Hi everybody, how are you? I'm doing just great. So, a little while ago did that PS Vita TV unboxing video. Took me a while to get to this video, sorry about that, but here we're going to actually look at everything about the PS Vita TV. So we're going to plug this thing in, we're going to start it up, we're going to try and play some games, we're going to look at some of the Vita TV specific menus of it, and just get to know the device, and you'll actually learn the restrictions of this device, because quite frankly, I live in America, and it was very much made for just Japan, because it's very, very, very limited if you happen to import one, which I don't recommend at the start of the video, and I won't recommend it at the end of the video either, but we're going to get into that right off the bat. I'm going to do a little size comparison just to show you, kind of gauge the idea of how small this thing is, because again, it's a very small little set-top box, which is basically what it is. It's the Vita hardware, so this is an iPhone 5. Just, really, it is quite small. Look at that, because all the ports are pretty much taking up everything on the thing. It's like you kind of have to make it this size at least to get just the ports on there. A PS Vita 2000, again, look at that. Very sizable device. Hey, way to go, Sony. You make good hardware. Look at that. Fits right into the screen, just like that. My gosh, there's really nothing else to say. Groundbreaking commentary, let me tell you. Now you're about to see some groundbreaking footage. You're gonna see cables get plugged into this thing, because my God, people need to see this. Here's the power cable. You can't have that regular cable that PlayStation's always been using for hardware, because we really don't need it. It's already gonna turn on, by the way. Boom, there it is. I pre-muted my TV so you don't have that crazy PS Vita music going on, like what? HDMI cables in now, and we of course need a DualShock 3, because hey, this is going into our TV. We need a controller. No DualShock 4 support currently, but I've heard there are ways to actually get that working. So we're gonna plug that in as well, and that is the Ethernet port. Not the first time that's ever happened to me with devices. There we go. It is sunk, and then we can unplug the controller. It's gonna re-find it. There you go. We can unplug that. And my goodness, great footage. Here we go. We can use the PS Vita TV. And just for another super quick size comparison, here's the PS Vita TV on top of a PS4, kind of in the entertainment center sort of situation. And there it is, on top of PS4, next to an X1, PS1, PS3, all that good stuff. But let's actually jump to the UI. Alright guys, so here we are on the Vita TV home screen. This is direct capture from my, capture device from the TV, so we're all good to go. We're looking at the thing, everything's good. Just to preface this, I definitely wanted to do like a setup, like I wanted to show you the actual setup process, which is, choosing your language and all that, because I get questions regarding this. It's exactly the same. You can pick English, everything's English right here. But I was going to reset the Vita, but then I realized all my games are going to uninstall, and I'd have to redo that and everything. So I'm just going to show you direct from here. The setup is very straightforward. The thing about the setup is when it says choose your country, like the only country that you can pick is Japan, because that's signifying like, hey, you can only use Japanese PlayStation Network account. You can only visit the Japanese PlayStation Store. When you get to the PSN part where you have to enter in a PlayStation Network ID, if you enter in an American ID, it's not going to work. If you enter in a Europe ID, I'm quite sure that's not going to work. It only accepts Japanese PlayStation Network accounts. So I'm logged into a Japanese PSN right now. So what this also means is, going into the restriction part of this, you can't access your American account to earn trophies or anything like that, and you can't go to the American PlayStation Store to re-download your American, or any other territory goods. You can't download those. So you're only restricted to a Japan account here. Now, granted, you can certainly import a Vita TV by you can import the Japanese PSN cards, and you can certainly get all this going, but that just seems like a lot of extra stuff and whatnot. But here we are. So Japanese PS Vita TV, only using Japanese PSN IDs. And so here's there's a power button up there. So that's only for PS Vita TV. This is also, if you don't know about PlayStation hardware and the differences in the differences in territories, in Japan, circle is X, and X is circle basically. So if I want to hit something, it's circle. So if I messages, it has to be circle. Hold X to peel it away. And that's something it's still so hard to get used to, because if you're living in America, you're used to that's how PlayStation hardware has always been in America. It's X is to go, X is to select everything. In Japan, it's circle, and then X is the back function. So, and you can't change that. But that's only for the UI. If you jump into games, the controls are swapped back to normal because they're American games. That's assuming that's what you're going to be playing. But if I wanted to select something on the UI, it has to be circle. There's really not a whole lot to see on the UI that's certainly changed. Now, one thing to note. Hey, where's the remote play? Remote play is not on PS Vita TV just yet. So, remote playing PS4, so taking Vita TV to a separate TV, using remote play and then accessing your PS4 from there, kind of having like two PS4s, that's not available right now. So there is no remote play app. There's the content manager. We can certainly go into that, but that's pretty straightforward. Connect to a PS3 system, PC, online storage, or the NAS system, which is that's something that's only available in Japan. That's like a DVR thing. That's, again, really doesn't pertain to us. We can't use that whatsoever. We can still use these things. I can connect to a PS3 if I want, which I don't have available readily set up right now to do, but there's really no reason to go into that. So we're going to show you games and all that. Hold on. What? Hold the play. Okay. No, not Soul Sacrifice. Oh my God. What am I doing? Close that. Hold the PlayStation. Oh my God. What are we doing? Hold the play. Why is it doing this? Hold the PlayStation button. All right. Here we go. So if you hold the PlayStation button, it kept doing all that crazy stuff. I don't know why. Hold the PlayStation button. You got power standby to power off. These are Vita TV specific functions right here. Controller number. Right here's the big important one. Use touch pointer. This is automatically set off, and this was confusing me for a while as to why I couldn't access this feature. So you need to turn it on from here when you hold the PlayStation button. Great. Go back in there. I hit X, then it closed it instead of so I got to hit circle for this. Use the touch pointer. So you can click L3 to get an on-screen cursor to use touchscreen controls. Click R3 for rear touchpad controls, or tap both to make it seem like you're touching both at the same time. And this is sort of a way to remedy the fact that Vita TV doesn't have a touchscreen or doesn't have a back touchpad. You can't access these things. So, for example, we're going to go into Luminous Electronic Symphony. It's already in the Vita TV right now, and this is a game that works. It works natively. It didn't have to be patched at all. It just works. So the game's going to start. Ubisoft, blah blah. That's great news. Let's go into it. Q Entertainment. I'm a huge Luminous fan, by the way. Love that Luminous. Let me tell you. And I'm just making noise right now until the game basically just starts. So I'm just vamping. Vamping.
Electronic Symphony.
Luminous. Okay, so I hit L3, and here's my on-screen cursor. Touch the touchscreen to start. We don't have a touchscreen, but we do if we have a Vita TV. We get an on-screen cursor, and we can do it that way.
Welcome.
Look at that. It's quite crazy.
Voyage.
There we go. We begin Voyage. And the game's going to start. We just got a cursor going on if we need it. Luminous Electronic Symphony does support touchscreen controls, so you can do this if you want. If I turn it off, I can get back to the D-pad and start actually playing the game. This is probably coming through the audio, by the way. The TV's a little loud. See, look at that. I'm good at some games, guys. If you watch the Let's Plays, you know I die a lot. Oh, I just messed that up. Okay. So close that away. Now we're going to put in a game that, quite frankly, just isn't going to work. Okay, so we've got Killzone Mercenary popped in, and, God, I'm not even touching anything, and, like, the Vita TV is just going crazy. Killzone Mercenary, currently not supported on the PS Vita TV, although it will be. Killzone Mercenary is going to be patched for the PS Vita TV, which is cool, but right now, let's try and start it, and this bad boy is not going to work. This application cannot be used with the PS Vita TV system. So, right then and there, it's going to tell you, boom, it's not going to work. And that's pretty much it. So that's a game that's going to have to be patched. Actually, there's a patch right now. Is that the patch for it? I don't think so. I haven't played this in a while. Yeah, that patch is definitely not available. So, close that bad boy, and that's pretty much it. And honestly, there's not really a whole lot more to see about this thing. There's some Vita TV specific things and settings we can pop in and take a look at. I'm not sure where though. System. I think it's there's a sound or display. Sound and display area. So you can do this obviously for the TV thing to set it to your TV because it's not going to scale to everything. In fact, I think the direct capture for this is going to look a little odd just because of that, the resolution and all that. I didn't get it sorted out, so sorry, but what is specific to Vita TV as far as I know? Wouldn't be in there. Yeah, devices, you could check your Bluetooth devices, which would be PlayStation 3 controller. Can, you know, it's really not a whole lot to it. Again, you know, there's really not a whole lot to this video because, you know, people are like, oh, my DualShock 3 turned off. Okay. Because I purposely turned it off. There's really not a whole lot to this video. Like, people want me to, like, do a review or something about this thing. Like, there's two videos I could get out of this thing. An unboxing and just giving you a tour of it. Because basically, there's not a whole lot to see about the Vita TV right now. Because it's just, really restricted. I mean, I own 3 games that work. Luminous Electronic Symphony, Persona 4 Golden, and Touch My Katamari work. Everything else that is tested right now that is put on there, these games just do not work. They won't even start. So you've got a lot of games that don't work. You've got, you know, you can only use your Japanese PlayStation Network account, and if you have any sort of interest in the device, chances are you don't live in Japan. You must update the systems. Okay, so I can't even show you the friggin' PlayStation Store, which is just the Japanese PlayStation Store, which, you know, Japanese PlayStation Store is actually pretty cool. It's got a lot of great stuff on it that no other territory has, but then you're also going to be running into Japanese games that might not offer English options. Like, it's just, importing this device is just definitely not something you'd want to do. I'm just, like, the remote play functionality would absolutely be cool. That might be worth it then, because presumably it would probably work. Actually, it wouldn't work because if you have to have your Japanese PSN ID signed into this thing, that means it's not going to link to your American PS4, which has a American PSN ID, because that is how that linking works. If I'm correct, that is. So I don't know, man. It's really it's a great device, but it's not necessarily usable outside of Japan. So hopefully Sony brings it to other territories, which it seems like they are, because they're certainly surprised by the amount of interest there is for this device. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I may be missing something. I don't know. That's the thing about whenever I make YouTube videos and I finish making a video, I always think to myself, did I get everything? Did I touch every single topic? And in the back of my mind somewhere, I might have forgot something, and then I upload it, and then someone points something out that I missed something. So it always happens. But I'm pretty sure I covered most of the important things about the PS Vita TV. Thanks for watching. I hope it gave you a little bit of insight on the device, because, you know, it's not worth importing yourself. So hopefully I could just show you the ins and outs of the thing. So here it is, PS Vita TV. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.